wondered why pain seems so complex and hard to pin down? It's more than just a physical sensation. It weaves through our emotions, memories, and even our identity. In today's episode of The Truth Is, we're peeling back the layers of pain to uncover what makes it so intricate. From the connection between trauma and suffering to why our society's view on pain can be misleading. We're diving deep into a topic that touches us all. Stick around as we explore why pain is more complicated than you think and how understanding it better can lead to a more profound healing journey. Hi everyone and welcome back to The Truth Is. I am so excited you are joining me today because we're about to dive into a topic that's deeply personal and universally relevant, and that is pain. We all experience pain, but how often do we take a step back to understand what it is and why it affects us the way it does? In today's episode, we are going beyond the surface to explore why pain is far more complex than a mere physical sensation. Pain isn't just something that we feel in our bodies, it's a complex experience that interconnects with our emotions, past experiences, and even our sense of identity. We will examine how emotional pain can often feel just as intense as physical pain, and why these two types of pain are not only connected but can sometimes amplify each other. We will also dig into the layers of pain, how past traumas and unresolved issues can resurface in unexpected ways, making current pain feel overwhelming. I will share insights on how pain serves as a teacher, guiding us through personal growth and self-discovery, and why acknowledging and addressing it is crucial for healing. But that's not all. We will challenge societal attitudes towards pain and vulnerability, discussing why it is often stigmatized and how this impacts our ability to cope effectively. You will hear about common coping mechanisms and why they might not always be the best solutions, along with healthier strategies for dealing with pain. Throughout this episode, my goal is to provide you with a deeper understanding of why pain is so complicated and to offer some practical advice on how to navigate your own experiences with it. So get comfortable and let's embark on this journey together to uncover the complexities of pain and how we can approach it with greater empathy and resilience. When we think of pain, we often picture physical discomfort, a cut, a burn, or a sore muscle. But the pain goes far beyond the physical realm. Emotional pain, heartbreak, rejection, disappointment, and loss can hurt just as much, if not more. Studies have shown that emotional pain triggers the same areas in the brain as physical pain. It's a shared experience that transcends the physical and touches your emotional core. You know, even as a child, I experienced what I now understand to be true pain, whether it was physical, emotional, or mental. I won't dive into all the details of those events, but as I've grown older, I've come to realize just how much those early experiences shaped the person I am today. The pain I felt back then wasn't just temporary. It left a lasting impact that I am still unpacking as an adult. Pain often comes in layers. Have you ever noticed that a small event can trigger a much bigger emotional reaction than you'd expect? That is because pain doesn't exist in isolation. It builds on past experiences. You might feel rejection at work today, but that pain could be compounded by memories of past rejections, old wounds that haven't fully healed. Understanding this layering helps us realize why certain situations can hurt so much. When I think about pain, especially from my childhood, I realize that it doesn't just vanish with time. The physical, emotional, and mental pain I felt back then didn't disappear as I grew older. It layered itself onto my experiences. Every time something difficult happened in my life, it triggered memories of that early pain, even if I wasn't fully aware of it. This is what I mean by the layers of pain. We often think that when we heal from one event, it's done and gone. But in reality, pain has a way of stacking itself. When new challenges arise, it can stir up and resolve feelings from the past, making current pain feel deeper or more overwhelming. It's like a wound that reopens over time, and we can't always pinpoint where it's coming from. This complexity shows how important it is to recognize that we're not just dealing with what's happening right now. Sometimes we're also dealing with layers of pain from our past. And that's why healing is never a straightforward process. Pain, as unbearable as it can feel, serves a purpose. It's often said that pain is a teacher, and while this can be hard to accept, there's truth in it. Pain forces us to confront issues we've avoided, teaches us about our limits, and help us recognize when we need to change. It can be catalyst for growth, but it is important to recognize that learning from pain doesn't mean romanticizing or dismissing it. It's about acknowledging the lessons it can offer. As I look back on the pain I experienced in my younger years, whether it was physical, emotional, or mental, I realized something important. Pain, as much as it hurt, was one of my greatest teachers. At the time, I didn't understand why certain things were happening to me. I only felt the weight of the suffering. But as I've grown older, I can see how those painful moments were shaping me, teaching me resilience, self-awareness, and empathy. Each hardship was a lesson in disguise, forcing me to confront parts of myself I might have otherwise ignored. Pain taught me how to navigate through difficult emotions, how to recognize my boundaries, and most importantly, how to grow. Without those early experiences, I wouldn't have developed the strength and wisdom I carry with me today. Pain has a way of showing us who we truly are. It pushes us to reflect, to adapt, and to evolve. It's not easy. Often it's a process we don't fully appreciate until much later. But pain in its way has been one of the most powerful teachers in my life. For many people, pain is interconnected with trauma. Trauma can make pain linger long after the event has passed. What's more, the body and mind can store trauma, causing us to feel pain unexpectedly, even when we think we have moved on. This connection between trauma and pain adds a level of complexity that often goes unnoticed. As I reflect on my childhood pain, I have come to understand how deeply interconnected it is with trauma. What I experienced back then wasn't just isolated instances of suffering. It was the kind of pain that lingers and echoes through different aspects of life. Those early experiences didn't just leave a mark, they created a framework for how I processed future challenges. The pain from my childhood wasn't just about individual moments. It was a trauma that affected how I saw myself and the world around me. Whenever I faced new difficulties, the underlying trauma from those early years often resurfaced, making the pain feel more intense and complicated. It's as though the trauma from the past added layers to every new experience of suffering, amplifying its impact. Understanding this connection has been crucial in my journey. It's not just about dealing with the pain in the present, but also recognizing how past traumas influence how we react to and cope with new pain. By acknowledging and addressing these connections, we can begin to heal more deeply and comprehensively, moving beyond the surface of our suffering to address the root causes. We tend to see pain as a sign of weakness, something to be avoided or hidden. But vulnerability is key to processing pain. When we allow ourselves to be open about what hurts, we begin the process of healing. Bottling up pain only deepens it, whereas expressing and acknowledging it can bring us closer to recovery. But vulnerability requires trust in ourselves and the people around us. Looking back on my childhood, I realized that pain and vulnerability are deeply connected. For a long time, I tried to shield myself from the pain by putting up emotional walls. I thought that if I didn't show my hurt, I would be less affected by it. But what I've come to understand is that in avoiding vulnerability, I was prolonging my suffering. Pain has a way of forcing us to confront our vulnerabilities, those raw, exposed part of ourselves we often try to protect. It's uncomfortable to open up about our struggles, to admit that we're hurting. But I found that the more I allowed myself to be vulnerable, the more I began to heal. Sharing my pain, whether with close friends or through personal reflection, helped me process it in a more meaningful way. Being vulnerable doesn't mean being weak. It means acknowledging that we're human. It means allowing ourselves to feel and express our pain rather than hiding from it. This acceptance has been a critical step in my healing journey, showing me that embracing vulnerability can lead to profound growth and connection with others. It's through this openness that we truly begin to understand and move beyond our pain. Our society often encourages us to power through pain. We were told to stay strong, keep smiling, and never let them see us sweat. However, this pressure to deny or suppress pain can make the healing process more difficult. We need to shift the conversation around pain, making it okay to talk about our struggles without judgment or shame. Looking back on my own experiences with pain, I have realized how society often misunderstands and misinterprets what we go through. When I was younger, I felt like there was an expectation to just move on or get over it. Pain was often dismissed or minimized as if it were something that should be easily managed or ignored. This societal attitude can be incredibly isolating. I remember feeling pressured to appear strong and unaffected, even when the pain was overwhelming. It was as if admitting the depth of my suffering was seen as a weakness rather than a part of the human experience. This misunderstanding not only made it harder for me to confront my pain, but also prevented me from seeking the help and support I needed. Society often promotes the idea that pain should be swiftly overcome or hidden, which can leave many of us feeling invalidated and alone in our struggles. Recognizing this misalignment between societal expectations and personal experiences is crucial. It helps us understand that it's okay to express our pain and seek help, and that doing so doesn't make us weak. It makes us human. Many of us turn to coping mechanisms like distractions, overworking, or even substance use to escape pain. While these methods may provide temporary relief, they often prevent us from addressing the root of the issue. Instead of numbing ourselves, we need to find healthier ways to deal with pain through mindfulness, therapy, or self compassion. So, looking back on my childhood, I realized that I often turned to various coping mechanisms to handle the pain I was feeling. Whether it was through distraction, overworking, or simply burying my emotions. At the time, this strategy seemed like the easiest way to get by. But now I see that they often mask rather than address the underlying issues. For instance, whenever I felt overwhelmed by past traumas, I would dive into activities or immerse myself in business, thinking that if I stayed occupied, I could escape the pain. It worked temporarily, but it never truly dealt with the root causes of my suffering. Instead of healing, I was merely covering up the wounds with a facade of productivity or distraction. These coping mechanisms might offer short-term relief, but they often prevent us from confronting and working through our true feelings. I wasn't until I faced my pain directly, allowing myself to sit with it and understand it, that I began to see real progress. Acknowledging and processing our pain rather than masking it is essential for genuine healing and growth. Lastly, healing is not linear and it's not immediate. One of the reasons pain is so complicated is because it's unpredictable. Just when you think you've moved past it, it can resurface. Be patient with yourself on the journey. Healing takes time, and there's no rush to get over it. Honor your pace and give yourself the grace you deserve. As I look back on my journey through pain, one thing has become abundantly clear. Healing is not a quick or straightforward process. The pain I experienced in my youth, whether it was physical, emotional, or mental, didn't just disappear over time. Instead, it has been a continuous, evolving process of understanding and recovery. In my early years, I wished for a quick fix, a way to move past the pain and trauma quickly. But as I have grown older, I have realized that healing is more about gradual progress than instant results. Each layer of pain required its own time to be processed and understood. Some days felt like steps forward, while others felt like setbacks, but all were part of the journey. Healing isn't just about getting over pain. It's about learning to live with it and understanding how it shapes us. It's a slow, often non-linear path where patience with oneself is crucial. I have come to see that giving myself the grace and time to heal fully is just as important as any other aspect of recovery. It's a reminder that healing takes time, and that's okay. It's all part of the process. So, for our final thoughts, pain is much more than a fleeting sensation. It's a complex, multi-layered experience that affects us physically, emotionally, and mentally. By understanding its complexities, we can approach our pain with more compassion and care. Remember, healing takes time, and it's okay to seek help when the load feels too heavy to carry alone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you found this episode helpful or eye-opening, please consider subscribing to the channel, sharing your thoughts in the comments, and giving this video a thumbs up. Let's continue these important conversations because the truth is, pain is something we all go through, but it doesn't have to define us. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you.